One of the things that the Pope cares deeply about, President Trump cares about, and my wife, the ambassador, cares about, is trafficking in human beings. So some of the people who are coming over the border are not parents. They're people bringing young girls and young boys in this country basically to sell them into sexual slavery. Now, you can't write a simple law that says we're going to presume everybody's innocent, nor should you write a law that presumes everybody's guilty. The president, faced with a Congress which doesn't seem to be functional, has issued an executive order to stop the most immediate problem, which was taking children away from their families. So that's no longer going to be the excuse for Democratic outrage.
You've probably heard some Republicans talking about the issue of child trafficking and that we may not know if the adults these children are coming over the border with are their actual parents. Do you think they need to be separated, at least some of them, in that process to verify they are their actual parents?
Well, I was a judge for a good many years. I was a lawyer for an even longer period of time. I understand that you can investigate without terminating relationships. You can investigate. You can have a child temporarily stand over in one place, go in another, and you can, with the proper assistance, you can ask questions. But that's not what this is about. This is about taking children away, putting them in cages, small cells. This is about having them not have the person that that comforts them, that hugs them, that changes their diapers, the person that they're familiar with. This is about taking them away. And by the way, it's also in violation of the Constitution. You can't terminate parental rights just because a person crossed the border and you want to take this person into custody and you somehow decide now you just immediately terminate parental rights, or you're going to send a child in one direction and the parent in another direction. Only God knows whether they're all going to be reunited. At some point, this system is going to produce a foul-up that is going to be an embarrassment. So I don't have a problem with determining whether we have persons who have intentionality that is harmful, and we want to make sure that we stop that. But that's not what this is about. The president has engaged in a wholesale separation of children from their parents. I don't know how anyone can deny it, but I do know this: it can be fixed. And I also know this: a president who can see this occur, knowing that he can change it and won't change it, he's unfit to be president.
Now, you've probably heard some Republicans talking about the issue of child trafficking and how some of the people coming over the border with children may not be their actual parents. If there is no separation, is there a way that you would endorse trying to figure out who is their actual parent and who's not?
You know, that the way you do that is that people who are seeking asylum and coming across the border then are heard by a court that can decide, is this really child, the child of that person or a relative of that person, or is this trafficking? But to make a blanket statement that all of these people are, somehow may be child traffickers and put 2,000 children in cages, separated from their parents and screaming for their parents. Do you think a child is yelling, "Papi, Mommy," to a child trafficker? No. They are looking for their parents. There are ways to discern that. This policy is wrong from beginning to end.